Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God. And as I have hoped earlier, I'm still hoping that you are actually trying to spend more of your moments really with God, or at least with your inner self, and discovering some new things about yourself, discovering some new aspects of God that you had not yet paid attention to, and by these two aspects going deeper into your spiritual life, spiritual journey, and making a progress in your relationship with God and also eventually friendship with God. And if you like the video, you may please share it with others. Thank you very much. Today you see I am standing here before these cars. There are also here other cars, as you can see, and there are several other cars here. And I will tell you in a minute why I am taken this background today. As you know, I have been trying to use different locations and different ways to make a context or contextualize the readings of the day, because I know I take the readings of the Mass. So today, the first reading once again is from the book of Ecclesiastes, which we had spoken about day before yesterday. Yesterday was, of course, the feast of St. Vincent de Paul. So we did not enter into that. We just spoke about St. Vincent de Paul and St. Louis Marillac. But today, the first reading speaks about the youth. And it says, enjoy your days of the youth. Live according to your hearts and desires and fulfill your vision, it says. But then, immediately it reminds the reader that while you do all this, remember that you will be judged by God on what you do in your youth. So you are free to do what you want, but remember always that God will judge you according to what you choose, according to what you do, and what you refuse to do, etc. And why I am standing here before several cars, so these are all lovely cars, and some are, for example, bigger cars here, and here is an Audi, here is a Volkswagen, here is a Hyundai, various cars. Why? Because one of the things that the youth of our time and even grown-ups are crazy about are cars. And the companies are bringing ever more new cars. If you have been reading the newspapers or watching television, you would have noticed how the young boys of rich parents, without sometimes having license, take their BMW, take their Mercedes or Porsche or some Audi or other cars, go on a drive aimlessly and recklessly while they are following their youth desire to show off, desire to have wonderful cars, drive fast. They run over people who are sleeping on the roadside. They're causing death and serious accidents. And then their parents come to defend them. Will God defend them? That's why the reading says very clearly, you can do all that you want, but remember that God will judge you on that. But cars, of course, are only one of the examples and one of the symbols. People also go after, for example, fashion. Today you see I am wearing a very colorful shirt precisely to show that how people are crazy for clothes or for goggles. Yeah? They want to have dark glasses and the best glasses they can get hold of to show off. Yes, it is fine, as long as we also keep in mind what God wishes from us and not pay all our attention only on these material things. And it is not just with youth. Youth, of course, in these days means, sometimes here they say in Europe, that life begins only at 60. So they consider that even 60 is still a time of youth, whatever it may be. Even grown-up people, they have craze for cars, for fashions, for travel. And Now with Elon Musk having space flights, today I was just reading that he is now saying that within 4 years, he is going to make a ride to some of the planets as a common thing. So people who are millionaires and billionaires, they will spend all their time on fulfilling these kind of desires. Will they find God there, up there? This is the point, that while we do all our things, we can never lose sight of what God plans for us. If you remember the day before yesterday, we were speaking about desires, apples or some edible things or other desires, which ultimately, as Gautam the Buddha had said, cause our problems, bring problems in life because each one desires. For example, Vladimir Putin desires, after having such huge land in Russia, he wants more land from Ukraine. Doesn't matter if it causes war, if it causes the death of people in Ukraine, he has the desire and he doesn't know how he will answer before God. And I think these examples from the reading, the first reading, is always reminding us that one day we will all have to stand before God. All these cars and whatever things, luxurious things we have here, all these will pass and will die here. What will go with us is our soul and our things that we have done here. So take care, fulfill your desires, but always keep in mind that you will have to answer before God. I hope that you are ready to answer before God. And just before I end, I will ask you that if you want, you can subscribe to this channel. And on this channel of mine, there are also other films based on religious themes. You may scroll down and also watch some of those films. Thank you very much.